Hey, it's your boy KJ, and I'm back here again to talk about some shit, because there's always some shit. Huge thank you to everyone that has subbed to this channel, that has liked the last video or videos, and has given me criticism on Twitter and so on. I've been sitting back thinking about some different things, and I got a bunch of other video ideas that I want to work towards, and I'm taking my time, making sure I take the right time to, really analyze and bring up the research so y'all don't have to stress y'all fingers and mind over, looking through. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm trying to make sure I make the most informed opinion, etc., etc. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to writing down a little bit of a loose script so I could actually talk a little more fluid, don't sound robotic, whatever. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this video. And what we will be talking about today is the social dilemma. So upon finishing Social Dilemma, I've realized how illiterate I've been in my internet privacy, into my social media privacy as a whole. But to realize that you virtually have no privacy in the form of your cookies and ad tracking and so on. First things first, I'm not gonna steal everything from this documentary and have you just watch this however long video. I'm gonna talk about some things that are very searchable, and the documentary that you should watch is Social Dilemma, because there's so much in it that I don't think I could fully cover. I mean, I can, but you should probably get the shock value of how it really is, or just read into it. But I'm going to break down into some fun facts. And to start off, cookies. Something that we've all seen on the internet and all that. If you don't know, you don't know. And here I am to tell you that cookies is typically the website feeding into... They're basically just getting the scope out, feeding it through whatever your ISP and all that stuff, your internet service provider. They're all working together, and then they're just like, okay, so we're gonna sell this person this ad because he's on this website, that website, and so on. And it could be in the form of selling that.
Excuse me. Can I please
Sell you another ad right now? Because, man, do we need more money. And we want to annoy you and be on your pop-ups. But, needless to say, none of that stuff is like the 2000 like pop-ups. But they're frequent on your Facebook and on your Twitter and so on. And that's how they get us. They just annoy the fuck out of our media feeds. And it goes deeper than that. Your ISPs and your phone carriers save everything. They archive it all. Whenever you're on a private browser, your data is still being read. It's just not showing history-wise. So, if you still want to hide your porn searches from, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, I mean, private browser is still the way for you. But as far as hiding it from your ISPs, your phone carrier, they know everything. They see everything, you sly dog. They see it all. And it's hilarious when you think about it like that. So let's get into deeper of what surveillance capitalism is. Well, let's go ahead and tell you what it is. Welcome. You're already here. You're part of surveillance capitalism whenever you log into the internet, onto your social media platforms. You share, you watch, you like, or you react in any form, in any way. That is getting docked. It's put up, archived, whatever, with whatever internet companies, and they take that information and do whatever they please. So I ended up doing some more research, and we're going to go deeper on what Social Dilemma was talking about, and an additional documentary, which was If Terms and Conditions May Apply, which they started talking a little bit deeper on some of the things that Social Dilemma didn't really touch. Social Dilemma was talking about the addictiveness in terms of how they want to keep you there. So they try to learn and keep in your cookies and data and whatever. Like, for example, check your Google history. I guarantee you they didn't delete any of your cookies because you didn't delete it yourself. A lot of that stuff is man. So they talk about the keystrokes and how long you stay on things, and they try to get you to sell, to buy things and so on. So they make that interaction more personal and more useful. And what if terms and conditions may apply gets deeper into, they talk about how something as little as the terms of the service, well, it ain't little at all. It's long, and we all hate long things, and that's made for a reason because they don't want people to read those things. Did you know, fun fact for you, that if you read terms and conditions every single year they updated it, would take about 180 hours a year? I don't know the basis of how many sites you have to be, logged into, sign into to make sure that it's 180 hours, but that's the basis. You spend 180 hours a year if you read that stuff. So my point is, why isn't this all condensed and smaller in bullet points? Why do they create it this way for the fine print? Because I also seen that a lot of these consumers, these companies, they get sued $250 million a year for things in the fine print that people didn't exactly agree to. So that is a huge issue. Why is this such a thing? Why is that a thing even? So we're also going to get even deeper about the fact that transparency, that's false. That's not a real thing when it comes to social media. Like politicians and social media, even your favorite titans and celebrities that lie, because lying is just a fun game that we as humans tend to dabble into so often, is that you get this sense of privacy and how you're private online, but there's not one constitutional right to say that you're private on the internet. Your digital property isn't your property at all. Your Twitter, Facebook, Google, etc., they would even tell you if you have something to hide, why are you hiding it on their site? Don't hide your stuff on these people's sites. Make your own site and so on. They will turn you into the police faster than the police will be able to find you, because of the fact that your rights are null and void because you signed into terms of service. In terms of service, a lot of these companies will only go as far as what's going to save them, because NSA works with these companies, and I'll probably try and find a list of things that NSA actually works with, but they do. They work with a lot of these companies, and since it's all a posting mania and frenzy of us being locked in and being normal and being open, these companies, the government, they have a much easier time than ever because, hey, here we are being good Americans, helping them and so on. And it's not even just America. This is for everywhere. If you're on social media, your government, if they feel need be, or there's a keyword or whatever necessary little basis is, they will search into you. It does not matter your age. It does not matter your health. They will not take anything lightly.